I have made you couple of you co-hosts so that whenever there is a need, you can take care of the situation. Let's all sit comfortably. आराम से बैठ जाए. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening session. नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के सुबह इवनिंग के सायंकाल के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूं। रोज की तरह आज के सत्र की भी शुरुआत हम लोग 3 बार ओमकार का उच्चारण करके करेंगे। We'll begin our session by chanting Om 3 times. Today we are on 112th session. आज हम लोग 112वें सत्र में यहाँ पे पहुंच चुके हैं और आज के सत्र में हम लोग देखेंगे कि किस तरह से लॉर्ड शिवा, जो शिव होते हैं, वह भृंगिश करके उनके ये गण रहते हैं, शिवगण, उनको किस तरह से कौन सा व्रत वहां पे बताते हैं। यह महाकर्ता, महाभोक्ता और महात्यागी कैसे होते हैं, क्या होते हैं और ये अपनी जीवन में किस तरह से बर्ताव करते हैं, यही ज्ञान शिव ने जो भृंगिश को बताया उसी के बारे में हम लोग आज जानेंगे, उसके बारे में चर्चा करेंगे, उसके बारे में देखेंगे। तो रोज की तरह आज के सत्र की शुरुआत हम लोग 3 बार ओम के उच्चारण से करते हैं। अपने सारे जूम के पार्टिसिपेंट, अपने सारे फेसबुक के व्यूवर्स और अपने सारे यूट्यूब के व्यूवर्स, इन सभी का भी आज के इस सत्र में स्वागत है। लेट्स ऑल क्लोज अवर आईज, आंखें बंद कर ले, आराम से बैठ जाए। लेट्स सिट कंफर्टेबली, spine erect, shoulders relaxed, neck straight, and let us bring back our attention to our breath. Take a normal breath in and let go. Take a deep breath in and let go completely. Just breathe yourself. We started our day with the sadhana. We listened to the Yog Vaashishtha session. We have done whatever we wanted to do throughout the day. Now it's just time to relax. Come back to our source. ओमकार उच्चारण के लिए गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले। ब्रीथ इन फॉर ओमकार chanting. जो इस ज्ञान के स्रोत है उन्हीं का आह्वान कर लेते हैं। पुनः पुनः Let's express our gratitude towards the Master. Guru Vandana kar le. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Shri Gurave Namaha. The one which inspires our levels of existence. Let's pray to that. Whatever the word that comes out of this mouth, whatever the actions that are happening, whatever the thoughts soar onto our mind and the power of discrimination arise in our intellect, whatever the sanskar or impression that are happening on our memory, and if still there is an iota of that I, me, let that be inspired by the Master alone. We, the people walking on this path, if you have experienced that freedom, that mukti, moksha, that there is no bondage that can really bind us, then this remaining life, let that be inspired by the Master alone. Such a divinity, such a master, such a Guru Shakti that is omnipresent. That Guru Tattva is omnipresent, omnipotent. Experience that closeness, that oneness with the Master, within and outside. And with a gentle smile on your face, slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. धीरे धीरे अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो. Jai Gurudev. So let's continue with our today's session. So today we look at the Lord Shiva. Now he happens to share, and vrata means the way one has to lead their life. That is called as vrata, the leading the life. And what is MahaKarta, MahaBhokta, and MahaTyagi? Is the one who has dropped all the ownership of the actions, whatever they are going through, that I am the one who is suffering, I'm going through this, and the one who has dropped everything. What is that? What is that is there? So we'll go ahead and see that what has been shared here. So here Vaashishtha Muni is the dialogue between Vaashishtha Muni and Rama continue to happen. And this is where Vaashishtha Muni says to Rama, hey Rama, that adrushya, that Atma Tattva, that is something which is there eternal in nature, which is hidden. It's not that you will be able to see that with all your five senses. That thing, that Tattva, that Atma Tattva, that self. Once someone forgets that, and that thing is not remembered, that is the point of time in this universe, in this Jagat, all these other things, different things, that is what your intellect thinks. That all the other things are there in this other world are truth, they are real. So that is what, that if you forget your own self and then do whatever you want to do, that will become the ignorance. That is what is called as ajnana. So the one who has really forgotten that about their own self, who they are, and then whatever they do, they will continue to think different imagination. They'll caught up into all the hallucinations. They'll caught up into all the different kinds of thoughts, all the sankalpas and vikalpas, and then they will just get entangled into that, and then it become really difficult for them to remove that ignorance which they wanted to do in their life. So like this, if the sunlight, that sun shines and the sunlight comes to us in the form of rays, and it appears like there is this spectrum of rays that is spread across in the entire solar system. That spectrum of rays are spread. And if it passes through the prism, it will produce even the different colors. We have seen the rainbow. So like that, the one who is Agyari, the one who is in ignorance, they will look at all these things and they will think that as real. And then the main sun, that is the source of this illumination, that is that self-luminous, that sun, they will not pay an attention to that. In a similar fashion, the way who has an different types of jewelries which is made out of gold, but the one who does not see that gold in each of that jewelry which is made of gold, but just looks at the names and forms, no, okay, this is the chain, this is the particular jhumka, this is particular ring, and forgets about the existence of the gold which is the source of that, and just caught up into the different names. That is that is what is the one who does not understand the value of gold, but just get caught up into the outer experiences of that. That is the Bahirmukh. That is what is the external drish. That is what is the external vision. The man get caught up into, and because of that only he gets caught up into the wrong knowledge, because the truth is now not known. And whatever that you contemplate on the things which are seen with these open eyes, if you contemplate on that and then try to put some logic associated with whatever the logic you derive out of it, will become the wrong knowledge, no, kutarka. So, but the one who is able to see that in the sun rays and the sun, there is no difference. It's the same reflection of the sun, and it is the same gold which is there in all the alankaras, in all the ornaments, all the jewelry. It's the same gold which is present over there. That thing, that vyapak buddhi, that vision, if one gets in life, then that Purusha is called as Nirvikalpa or Vikalpa Rahit. No, he gets into a state where he does not have any opinions about things, any concepts, any rigid concept. They are okay. It's cool. They are okay with all the things that are happening, and there are no sankalpas or no vikalpas. They will become vikalpa rahit. Means there is no this I wanting to do this. This is what I sankalpa I take. They will not get caught up into all such things. They will become free from that. So like this here, Rama, no, I am like this, I am like that. All these imaginations, all these kalpanas, all these identities that we keep carrying, then that Manushya, that human being gets caught up into Savikalpa, because they have something going on in their mind, and to achieve that, their actions are driven by that. So they become with the Savikalpa, Vikalpa Sahit. So like that, this chain reactions continuously keep on going. It's going on and on and on and on and on. And then at a place of this Purusha, that being who is established into that Nirvikalpa, that thing, for that something is there for me to take, or something is there for not to take or reject, something I like or something I do not like. No, something I taste, it tastes so good, no, and something they say this, like this, the one which is there, the one which is observer, or the one which is experiencer of that particular thing, keeps on imagining multiple such kalpanas, multiple such imagination. Okay, I am this, I am like that, and this is like the kalpanic. No, it's just imagining in the mind itself. This imaginated thing, game, it continues to flow like that. And in the one who is sankalpa right, who is established in itself, no, so that is the one. Really, it's worth calling that Purusha as the one which is great. No? So that is what we can address to that person as. So like this, if you say that other things also, the other vikaras, kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara, all these vikaras, no? So all the desires, cravings, anger, hatred, and all these other distorted emotions, that the one who is not caught up into this and the one who is ignorant, no, like that continuously, that ocean and its waves continuously keep on bombarding, no, on the bank. So like that, the one who is not affected with all these things and become established like the Meru mountain, like a Meru Parvat, like a mountain is completely sthir, is completely achal. No, there's nothing that can shake, there is nothing that can take away that smile out of him. No? So it is that Purusha. It is really that those are the one who does not get caught up into this drishya, into this scenery. And they do not get caught up into the outward going tendencies of their mind. So like this, Vashishtha Muni says that Rama, I am again and again telling you all these things. I am putting all these efforts in different ways, in different forms, using different examples. The purely thing that the only reason for this, that all this concept that one get forms into, that this is papa, this is punya, this is good, this is bad, this is the doubt, this is the vikaras, these are all this that one get caught up into all this thing. You get yourself free from that and you become the MahaKarta, MahaBhokta, MahaTyagi. That ultimate doership, that what the ultimate doer, who is that? The ultimate who is experiencer, and the ultimate that which is not caught up into all these things, has dropped all these things, you become like that. So on these three practices, that MahaBhokta, MahaKarta, and MahaTyagi, on this, there once upon a time, the Lord Shankara, the Lord Shiva, he had multiple Sevaka Ganas, and out of them, there was this one of the Gana called Bhrungish. So this Bhrungish was there. He was completely fearless. He was not doing any dukkha. So how he become like that? Let me tell you the story behind that. Let me tell you that things, that how he got into such a knowledge which is shared by Lord Shiva to him. I'll tell you the story of that now. So it says, once upon a time, there was on this Sumeru Parvat, on the in the north side, on the topmost mountain, the one who is carrying the moon on his head, that Shiva Shankara used to stay there with his family. And that point of time, he had also had some sevak with him, some people who used to serve. People used to be in the company of that Shiva. They are called Shiva Ganas. So one of the Shiva Gana, they were all they had all the courage. Everything was there. They were very self-luminous, everything. But that Bhrungish, he has not yet realized the self-knowledge. Atmagyan itself wasn't yet there. So like that Bhrungish who goes in front of Lord Shiva and he says, the Sarvadnya Parameshwara, means, hey Lord, the one who is the one who knows, who is the seed, who is the source of all the knowledge, who knows everything. So to that, I have some doubts. Kindly, I'm going to ask that you kindly, you please address that to me, so that those things will get eliminated from my system. I'll also become very pure. So if I see that in this Jagat, in this universe, the one which is continuously going on, and all this structure of the universe, really I am getting entangled into this, and because of that I'm not able to feel that truth, feel that experience where I will be able to get that peace of mind. I'm not experiencing that. So because of that only I have become really impatient. And then in this outer world which does not have any starting or end of this. I'm getting caught up into that, but how do I get caught up? How do I become free from this and become still, become stable? And then all the other angers and all these things, vikaras, distortions, that will not affect me. Kindly tell me any such solution. So this is where the Vasishtha Muni tells Rama, Rama. This is where the Ishwar means the Lord Shiva. He told that Bhrungisha, the Upadesha, the advice of to become MahaKarta, MahaTyagi, MahaBhokta. So that Upadesha which he told to Bhrungish, now I'm going to tell that to you. So he says the one who becomes, no, who thinks that he is completely a Karta, means the one who thinks that I am not the doer, and the one who thinks that a Bhokta means I am not the sufferer here. Not just a sufferer, even the good things also that we see, that is also called as Bhog, and the bad thing that we experience, that also we call as Bhog. And the one who does not experience the Sukha and Dukkha, they are called as Abhokta, the one who is not going through in any experience, the one who is not into doership, and the one who is not going through any of the Bhoga karmas. So that thing, that one who does not take that ownership of the kartatva, that thing and bhoktatva, that being who continues to do the actions that comes on his in front of him or in front of her, just continue to do the based on the prarabdha karma, based on the sanchit karma, whatever the sanskaras, whatever the past karmas that are done, the fruits of that, based on that he continues to just perform the daily routine activities, actions. But while doing those actions, there is no doership involved. And if at all there are consequences of those actions, whatever that consequences comes, either it is good, bad, either it is sorrowful or it is happy moment, he just take it without forming any impressions of those moments on the memory. So karma nahi banata, he doesn't form any karma, new karma. He just gets into the acceptance of the things, whatever is there. Like that, the one who has achieved that state of nishkam, the one who is not into wanting to do any action, the one who has become the calm, with a calm mind, just for the sake of performing some actions in front of people, actions, whatever they are there, as a part of his duty, they used to do that. That being is called as MahaKarta. So like this MahaKarta, once someone has become MahaKarta like this, then their intellect, that will become completely one with the divinity. So that thing, this he might appear to do some yajna, some dana tapas, some austerity, some rituals, and some penance, even if they appear to like that. In that also, they do not get into a saying of I'm doing some ritual, I'm dharmic, look at me, I am so dharmic, look at me, I follow all the rituals. There will not be any such feeling. And if at all by mistake, when if they happen to eat non-veg, still out of that event, they will not say that, oh, look at me, I have done so much of sin in my life. No, I ate non-veg. Look at me, I am the papi. I am the sinful. They will not get into any such things. That I am the one. Look at me, I am doing all these things, good things. Look at me, I am the great, and I am hopeless. See, look at what mistake. Will not be any guilt about anything, and there will not be any excitement, and there will not be any pride about doing anything. Both of the things who takes in a very equanimous drishti, with a very equanimous thing, that being is the real MahaKarta. Those who do not get caught up into their own actions, its consequences, neither the actions of others and its consequences. Actions, events, objects, people, situation, whatever is happening, the one who is able to look at that with an sakshi bhav, with an ultimate observer, and with an equanimous vision, that is the one who is called as MahaKarta here. So such a MahaKarta, such a being who is ultimate doer, he has become one with the ultimate doer. Ultimate doer is that Atma, that Shiva, that divinity. has become one with the divinity, and whatever the action that he or she is doing, they are doing purely that is his own. The way we pray here, that Guru Shakti, that let that inspire all my actions, all my thought process, all the levels of existence, known and unknown. This is what we pray when we start our session. So that is what is that MahaKarta does, that he is not, do not have any feeling of that individual consciousness who is the doership of that, and the one he is completely free from that. The one is there that it is the whatever the work that I am doing, it is of a guru. I am doing the seva. I am just an instrument. The prerana, that sankalpa, that shakti, which has inspired us all, is there is one, only one. That one is the real doer. We all are just the puppets. We are all just the means or an instrument of the divine to be here and do his work. It is that feeling. So like that, whatever the prapta vyavahara, like that, whatever the actions, depending upon if you are a student, study, if you are a homemaker, taking care of your home, if you are a businessman, doing your business, if you are doing your service, doing your job, whatever the actions that comes, you are a sportsman, you are a soldier, whatever your actions based on the duties that you have assumed, the role which you are playing, the one who continues to do that without having any cravings associated with it, without having any asakti, without having any craving, without anything wanting to do, no, that feverishness associated with the actions, the one who really continue to perform all the actions, yet become free from that, that being is called as MahaKarta. So like that, this being, whatever the actions that they do, and if they look at their indriyas and all the five senses, it allows it to do all the actions. It does not reject anything or anything, and they do not get caught up into that. That is exactly what happens to them. So as a kartatva, as a duty, they continue to take all the responsibility. In fact, they take more responsibility than a usual being who takes only limited responsibility. They are there like a master, like in Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. He has taken a responsibility of everybody. So he takes the responsibility of everything that comes along. And then, but Paramarthik Drishta, if you see it from a spiritual perspective, he says, I am the Karta. It does not take any credit of whatever the good things that happens, and it does not get into victim consciousness of the debit of whatever the appear to be bad happens. They do not get into neither the credit nor the debit. The bank balance, they just want to remain as zero. No punya karma, no papa karma, no impressions, no karma, nothing. They just get there, and whatever the bank balance they carried, they want to just take away from that, remove that, those karmas, prarabdha karmas, and finish it off, bring that bank balance to zero. I'm not talking about the money, okay, that money bank balance, no. To such people, to such MahaKarta, whether they have money or they do not have money, where somebody is rich or somebody is poor, somebody is having, somebody is a prime minister or somebody is just a watchman, they do not discriminate between both of them. They have that equanimous vision. Whatever the role they play, they do not have any discrimination. They get in the consciousness of a Karta. I am not the doer. There is something else which is inspiring me to do all these things. It becomes into a Karta. That Dridhanishya, that belief, when it is firmly established within ourselves, that point of time it is called as equanimous vision. And that equanimous vision, the one Purusha, the one being who does this, is called as MahaKarta. Even though it is said here as Purusha, it is applicable to both male and female. It's nothing to related to man as such. This is applicable to all the beings. Now he continues to tell, Vashishtha Muni continues to tell Rama, the next one, which is called as MahaBhokta. So he says that who is that MahaBhokta? The one who does not get caught up into something as good or something as bad. Something is ishta, something is anishta. It does not get caught up that. If you happens to serve that particular person, in the nirvikara chitta, there will not be that chitta that will do, and there will not be that discrimination that will come. If you offer him all the panchabhogas, whatever the food that you offer to that person, be it has all the things that probably one like, or probably one would like to have that in their plate. And even if you just offer normal bread, normal bhakari, chapati, things, they will eat both of the things with simple, same equanimous state of their being, without having any harsh, without having any excitement or happiness about eating something appears to be good, or something which is appears to be not that exciting for the people. No, so they will eat both the things in a thing. They will be able to go and stay in the same state of consciousness when they go to the hut, and they will be able to stay there. And they go to the five-star hotel, they will be in the same state. They will be at ease when they go by the bullock car, and they will be at ease when they are flying by a plane. It will be same. They will be in a same equanimous state of going through the things. No, whatever the things that are happening, and you are experiencing that bhokta, that thing. If they are able to do that, they have completely become the asanga. Asanga means not feeling an association with what they are eating, what they are doing, and they have completely established themselves into that their own self. That being is called as the one who appears to do all these things, that is called as MahaBhokta. The one who does not have any feeling of doership, nor the one who has any feeling of I am the one sufferer, I am the one who is going through the consequences of my action. Both are not there. He is free from both of them. That is called as MahaBhokta here. Even though by their all the hands and all their legs and all their action, their body will be completely in action. They will be completely enthusiasm. They will be doing all the things. Yet, if you look at their thing, inside they are completely nishkriya. Means they themselves are not doing any karmas. They wanting to do any karmas, yet they will happen to do all the kriyas. They will happen to do all the actions, but inside they will be completely nirlim. They will be completely nishkriya. No action, no wanting to do anything, no sankalpas, no vikalpas, no such state that will be there. Even at the time of eating the annapana, they will be having the same thing. Tahana bhuk, no, they're thirsty and hunger. In that also they will behave equanimous state. Not that I am so hungry, give me, can't you see that? And even if in the food also, sometimes the food is very spicy, sometimes it is salty, sometimes it is very sweet. In all, sometimes even the bitter god, no, something like so. They will be able to eat all with the same feeling, same equanimous state. They will not have any choices as such. No, I want this, I do not want this. No, whatever comes, that they will be able to have that. They will be able to go through it. That being is called as MahaBhokta. The one we really does not have any discrimination here. They are completely udasin towards the thing. They are completely neutral towards the thing. No, neither this nor that. Completely being neutral with an equanimous state. They are the really one who avlokan. The one who goes through this is called as MahaBhokta. So like that, in even whatever things that happens with the body, all the jara, that vardhakya, that old age, no, even somebody is having a lot of money, somebody does not have money. All these things they are just in every state of their being. They are just established in that same group. They do not do any harsh, not excitement, not any khed, not any complaints, not any grumbling about anything. They just go and they are able to establish in the samachitta, that equanimous state of their being. No, so they do not feel that something is eatable, something is non-eatable, bhoj or abhoj. No, all these vikalpas, they have just dropped out of their system. They have become someone called as MahaBhokta. So like that, He Rama, like that thing which is self-luminous, which is that very calm and cool, that moonlight, like that, they have become that, like then all the other non-violence, the samatha, that equanimous vision, that drishti, all these things, neither they come and neither they go. It's all same for them. That is called as that MahaBhokta. And now let me tell you the one who is MahaTyagi. Who is MahaTyagi? The one who has established themselves into that Niratisha Anandarup, the one who has established into that bliss, that peace, that bhakti, that devotion, that love, that person, that being has removed all the ignorance, removed all the doubts by kaya vacha mansa, at the level of body, at the level of mind, at the level of their speech, in their things. That one who has completely staying away from this, that one being who has understood that the limited nature of this world, illusionary nature of this world, and then who has completely dropped anything, any such things, no, that thing has become the MahaTyagi. The one, it's not that they have dropped a physical thing, whether that physical thing is there or not there, it doesn't really matter to them. It's not they're rejecting anything, it's not they're running away. It's not that they're running away from their duties. It's, if somebody is in a Grihastha ashram, they are not running away from their duties. They are established, they are doing all their duties, yet they are completely detached from that. All the actions that they are doing, completely any concepts, even the concepts also, we go through some books, we go through some knowledge, we form the concept out of it. The MahaTyagi is that who has dropped all the concepts, that tham nishchaya about one thing, that is not there present in them. They are welcoming all the opinions. They are not caught. They never become a football of other people's opinion. Neither they become football of their own opinion also. So neither there is nobody else's opinion, neither there is my opinion also. No, no opinion. They are not caught up into any form of concept, any form of any particular concept or opinion. They are free from all such concept. Is the real MahaTyagi, because it is the mind, it is that thing which will keep on forming sankalpa, vikalpa, good, bad. That discrimination will say this is good, this is bad. No, any such concepts, that this is what will lead me to liberation, this is what will not lead me to liberation. All such things, they have dropped all such, they have dropped their chitta, they have dropped their ahankara. No, all the levels of existence, even though exist, dropping in is what they are not running away. It's not they are going to go to suicide, dropping this body, let me drop this body, do the suicide, atmatya. Atmatya karna paap hai, doing suicide is not at all recommended. No, they, whether this body exists, not exist, doesn't matter. Whether that chitta exists, that chitta is transformed into sattva. So let it be there. I am not touched. I am not caught up into any of that activities. That Tyagi, the one who sees the Jara and Maranadi, even if you do not see them, that there is a death of very near and dear one happened, they will remain in the same equanimous state. Not that they will not perform, they will do all their duties, they will do all the Uttar Kriya, they will do everything. Everything they will happen to do, but they will not be caught up into that. They will, because they know they have gone beyond that. They have achieved that eternal understanding about the things. Then Sukha and Dukkha, no? Papa and Punna, any kind of duality, that dvandva, no? Whether I should do this, whether it is good for me, whether I should not do that, whether it is bad for me, should I do this karma, should I do that karma or not? No dvandva, there is no duality, there is no doubt in mind. That dvandva, that has finished. That looking at the things with a bhed buddhi, that is not there. That one is called as MahaTyagi. That is the real. They are not got into this. This body is not mine. This anuchit karma is, I do not want to do it. They do not have any such understanding. No, they are completely established into one self. Only that is there. That is it. Other than that, everything else they have dropped. That the one is called as MahaTyagi. So like this, the one who is completely vikalparahit, that Purusha, if you say that, look at that Purusha, they will walk like a king here, and they'll be perfect servant. Gurudev, when you become a teacher, they will hand over one shota sa booklet. What is written in that? Walk like a king and be a very perfect servant. Be very polite. Be very one with the people, but don't feel yourself very dominated, very victimized. Walk like a king. You walk go. What is the fear that you have in this world? Anyway, everybody is equanimous. Everybody is same for you. So like that, this Adi Shankara, those Devadi Deva Shankara, that and give this advice of becoming the MahaKarta, MahaBhokta, and MahaTyagi. And you also become like that. You also take this and become Bhranti Rahit, come out of this illusion, become Shoka Rahit. There is no need to repent or regret on anything, sir. Become free from that. Hey Rama, you become like that. There is this in the water and the chikhal, there is a mud, and out of that, how that lotus flower comes up. It stays there. Outside there is all the mud. Also there is all the water, but it will come up, and it will just remain like that, like a lotus. And even if somebody tries to put a drop on the a lotus leaf, you see that drop will also wash away. Like that, when you have achieved this state, and even the people around you, they try to pull you out. They want to pull you out of that, pull you towards the vasana, like that drop, which automatically gets, it will just vanish. It will just leave that leaf. Like that also, you get yourself, come back to your source. Don't get entangled into that. Like that being, that one which has actually become that chitta, has become that thing, and don't get caught up into the udveg, the adhirta, vishad, all these entangles, all these vikaras, kama, krodha, lobha, madha, moha, matsara, all these vikaras, do not get caught up into all these things. Otherwise, your chitta, your mind will get caught up into all the cravings, all the vasanas, and then it will make you handicapped. Then you'll get caught up into all these grumblings, complaints, sorrow, and all these things. But the one who is free from this Vikalpa Rahit Purusha is free from this. All these things will be automatically diminished out of your life, and you will experience that peace, that shitalta in your heart, that love in your heart, that hatred, all things will be given. That devotion will dawn towards the master. That bhakti will dawn. Like that, really it's worth doing. Other things are not worthy. So that is where he says that, like this state of like this, where everything is this calm, everything is so beautiful. There is something who is, everybody would like to be in the presence of such a being. And then all these other things, all the qualities, that politeness, that nirvikar, there are no vikaras that are left. That is dainare, there is no victim consciousness that is left. And the one who is completely established, that person, that divya bhava, that self-luminous being who is there, like that, it is worth being in that thing. And looking at that, everybody become very blissful. They become really, really happy. Like that, Rama, there is no other sadhan sampatti like this, rather than Atmajnana, rather than self-realization. So really, you should get yourself into this, continue to do contemplate, continue to do swadhyaya, study up all these things, so that you will not face the sorrow, the sankat, and the suffering that one other goes through. You will not be continuously do the Atma Anusandhan. You become one with that self and be in that self only. And then your pragya, that pragya will join, that buddhi, that pure buddhi, that will dawn in you, pure intellect, that will dawn you. And then really you will get into the experience of Atma Sakshatkara, the self-realization. Enlightenment. That means what we do. Rama, it is like this. It is such a simple thing. It is not very, very difficult thing like that. So, but people get caught up into the moha, entanglement, and then they get up into this, what is to be said to them. So like that, things, Adam Purusha, like that Purusha, that being who is get up caught into the dhikkar. So like, you just don't look at them, don't consider them. So like this, Rama, get yourself established into, and then the one buddhiman, the one who is intelligent, they how do achieve, they achieve this thing with and contemplation of that, who am I, what is the purpose of my life, and then they go always focus on that parama satya that is there, and like this they do not get caught up into all other things. This is the upaya, this is the one which is the thing that is told by Lord Shiva to Bhrungish, and then Bhrungish adopted that thing into life. This is what is told by Vaashishtha Muni to Rama, and we are listening to that knowledge now. Let us adopt that. Let us be like that. So this is where our chapter number 84 concludes. Tomorrow we'll see the chapter number 85. There'll be a Manu and Ishwaku, the dialogue between them. That is something which we'll cover tomorrow. I'd like to hand over this session to all of you. You are welcome to express yourself. Unmute option is being open. If you have any question, you are welcome to ask that also. Ramaji, would you like to express yourself?
I have a question in my personal problem, Sam, that if I finish my self identity and my son wants to bring me in Hyderabad, then he wants that I live with him in my last life, but I live here in Kolkata very independently, and I have a own life. I love all the books, all the art of living friends, all the. So he is the vice president of JP Morgan. So he is very busy, though he is the devotee of art of living, but he has small time to spend in this sphere. So what should I do? Should I live with him or should I live in Kolkata? This is my personal problem. And आत्मज्ञानी होने के बाद तो वो तो सब रियल अनरियल एक हो जाता है. वही मैं सोच रहे.
हाँ, तो in such a situation, Ramaji, see, it's okay. All these stories are whatever we are listening here, which has been told by Rama. What is the real meaning behind it? It is immaterial. Whether you stay here, whether you go there and stay with them, in both aspects, it's okay. So if the one who is doing this and they are doing it after becoming, understanding this knowledge, and they are doing it, is absolutely fine. If they are caught up into that and they are doing something to achieve some name, achieve some fame, and achieve a lot of money, then that is something we have done a number of lifetimes. We have been doing like that. So there is nothing to withdraw as such. Let everybody continue with whatever the role they are playing. But it's a good idea while playing that role, become contented, become trupta. Go to this knowledge, go through this knowledge. This is such a beautiful knowledge. And it's not going to take a lot of time. No? It is such a beautiful life. Some year, 1 month, 2 months, if you take out of your life 1 hour every day, one can really read this or listen to those videos which are now producing it. So today we are live on Facebook, we are recording it, it will be uploaded on YouTube. If one spend these 30, 40, 50 hours of their lifetime in listening to this knowledge, their whole perspective towards the life will change. Now there will be nothing that can shake them. And yet, irrespective of what a role you are playing, you are a granny, you are at house, or you are a vice president or president, or you are a prime minister of a company, it's absolutely fine. It's okay to perform any role. There is nothing to be dropped as such. Dropping is not your actions and your positions and your money or your relationship. No, that is not what is called Sarvatyaga. What is Sarvatyaga? What is it that to be dropped here? Is that you are the doer. That doership, I wanting to do, that feverishness to do to achieve something, doing even Bhrashtachar also. Then what is that earned? What is that we have really understood out of this life? So it's okay. So it is okay that you take a decision. And whatever the decision is, as a MahaBhokta, as a MahaKarta, MahaTyagi, that I am okay even if I'm staying here, or even if I go and stay with my son, it's absolutely fine. See, what is the call of the time? If you are needed and you are required there, and if your presence being there will help somebody, why not? What is that wrong? We are establishing knowledge. For us, any such thing doesn't matter. But if that is not required, and if you are okay here, you are able to do whatever you are, it's also okay to stay here in Kika. So that decision is something which you have to take. And in whatever decision you will take, in that you need to feel contented. You are already contented, and then you are taking an action on the need-based action. Yeah.
I am now 66 years old. So I want to live the 5% of my life, left life, to live in my own sphere. I want to read more books. I want to live in knowledge. So this will not be possible in his home because their sphere is different. No?
It is possible.
So,
It is to you. So that is one thing that you go and write out. So let us see that you'll be able to read books there also. You'll be able to do attain such. Online is there right nowadays. So all these things. If you want to go do some physical seva, you only form and circle over here where you go and do the physical seva. But yes, obviously all these things will come into picture, and do not feel bad that you are not able to go there. Don't feel bad about it.
yes.
So, and if you are able to do things what you are doing here, and if you are not able to go, it's okay. That is also, it's fine.
No, I am not feeling bad. But one plus point is to live in Hyderabad. That Bangalore is very near to Hyderabad, and I can move to Bangalore to
Sides
for
of
the
the
darshan of Guruji. And he has my son has promised me that I will bring you to go to you with Guruji. So I'm like, okay, then I go.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there are always two sides of the coin. If there is head, there is a tail also. So anything that you take, there will be always upside and downside of the same thing. So it's okay.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. और किसी को अपना experience या अनुभव share करना है, you can unmute yourself and you can share. If not, we will take a pause here. आज हम अपनी वाणी को यहाँ पे विश्राम देते थे. We'll pause our session here so that we can meet tomorrow. जय गुरुदेव.